Do you want your kids to have real self-esteem, or is your self-esteem on the rocks and you're looking to improve it? Well, I'm going to answer those questions with today's featured book. Hi there, and welcome to the Booksters Club, where we find daily inspiration from the books you love. Today's featured book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a What? by Mark Manson. And today's inspirational thought comes to us on both page 43 and 44. Sometime in the 1960s, developing high self-esteem, having positive thoughts and feelings about oneself, became all the rage in psychology. Research found that people who thought highly about themselves generally performed better and caused fewer problems. Many researchers and policymakers at the time came to believe that raising a population's self-esteem could lead to some tangible social benefits: low crime, better academic records, greater employment, lower budget deficits. As a result, beginning in the next decade, the 1970s self-esteem practices began to be taught to parents, emphasized by therapists, politicians, and teachers, and instituted in educational policy. Grade inflation, for example, was implemented to make low-achieving kids feel better about their lack of achievement. Participation awards and bogus trophies were invented for any number of mundane and expected activities. Kids were given inane homework assignments, like writing down all the reasons why they thought they were special, or the 5 things they liked most about themselves. Pastors and ministers told their congregations that they were each uniquely special in God's eye, and were destined to excel and not to be average. Business and motivational seminars cropped up chanting the same paradoxical mantra: every single one of us can be exceptional and massively successful. But it's a generation later, and the data's in. We're not all exceptional. It turns out that merely feeling good about yourself doesn't really mean anything unless you have a good reason to feel good about yourself. It turns out that adversity and failure are actually useful and even necessary for developing strong-minded and successful adults. It turns out that teaching people to believe that they're exceptional and to feel good about themselves no matter what doesn't lead to a population full of Bill Gates and Martin Luther Kings. It leads to a population full of Jimmies. We are definitely growing up in a generation where participation trophies are being handed out both literally and figuratively. Our lives have become so okay with being mediocre, and that is no way to live a full and vibrant life. I'm going to share 5 reasons why you shouldn't be giving your kids or yourself a participation trophy in life. Number 1, it won't help you develop trustworthiness, dependability, or perseverance. We all have to show up when we don't feel like it, both for ourselves and for other people. But if you're going to get an award either way, you might just stay in bed a little bit longer. Number 2, success is hard work. And to the best of my knowledge, that is the only way to get success. It's through hard work. It's always been that way, and it's that way for a reason. It's something that is okay to develop in yourself. To work hard at something, you'll feel so much better about it. And also, it's worth it in the end. That's really what you're striving for. Number 3, it robs us of true self-esteem. So if we're giving out fake awards all of the time, do you really feel good about yourself? We all know it's a lie. We all know it's a fake award. If you're seeing everybody else get the same award, you know it's not a true award, especially if you know you didn't really apply yourself. And especially if you think, wow, I did everything. I went over and beyond, and I know that person definitely didn't. Well, we just both got the same award. Then you're not really going to be proud of that award either way, whether you deserved it or not. 4, it won't help us to become more tolerant of frustration. Look, life can be frustrated sometimes. Life isn't going to go exactly the way that we want all the time. It's not going to be a clear-cut path. And sometimes there are going to be roadblocks that are going to be frustrating. Well, if you're not really familiar with frustration or comfortable with it, that first sign of discomfort, you're just going to quit. You're going to stop what you're doing because you don't like the way that feels and you just want everything to be a free ride. Number 5, it devalues authentic success. When you actually accomplish something and you work so hard to do it and somebody else gets the same award or acclimate or promotion or raise or whatever it may be, and they did absolutely the bare minimum, it definitely robs you of your authentic success, because your success now is reflected in the fact that you didn't even need to do it. You could have just coasted and you did all of that hard work for nothing. The reason why we have successful people out there in the world is because there's a chance that they just might not be. And we value that in other people. We admire that in other people. It inspires us. It makes us want to be better. Giving participation trophies takes all of that and more away from us and our kids. Have you ever received a participation trophy? I know I have, and I know my kids have too. If you want to turn in your participation trophy in life and go after what really makes you happy and go for success, well, I would love to hear about it in the comments. What are you turning in your participation trophy for? What are you really going after? What is your dream? What are you willing to work hard for? Let me know in the comments. If you had a different take on this part of the book, a different part in this book, or a different book entirely that you think should be featured here on the Booksters Club, I would love to know in the comments. Thank you so much for clicking the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell if you're new, because I post new videos just like this every single day. See you tomorrow, Booksters. Well, I'm going to answer those questions here with the featured book. Well, I'm going to answer those questions today with today's featured book. Today. In today's video. With today's featured book. I think I'll just leave it at that with today's featured book. Okay. Is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... Yeah. I don't know. Can you see it? It's actually going to prompt you to be what? That's a word. Okay. Number 2, success is hard work, and it's not going to feel the same. No. Number 3, it robs us of true self-esteem. And is there anybody that no? Okay, so like nobody cares about. No. Thank you so much for